Well, here we are again with another web briefing update considering the flash flood scenario that has been going on for the last few days, hopefully drawing near a close. This is John Fawcett, Warning Coordination Meteorologist for the National Weather Service Office serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas. And this briefing is from 2 p.m. Friday the 13th. Potential impacts. Now, we're focusing on the central portion of the area, possibly the west, and that is for the remainder of today into tonight. The threat is decreasing with time, but there's still potential for flash flooding, and we've already seen some dam breaches and bridge washouts. Evacuations. Hardest hit today is southern Sierra County. There's an issue with location in Doñana County, and then road closures. That potential continues as well. And as you know, many outdoor events have been canceled or postponed for this evening. As of today at noon, this looks a little similar to what we've been looking at. You still have the upper low over the Intermountain West, and you've got that upper high dropping into North Texas. And you've got the drier air coming around the base of both features from different directions, putting a squeeze plate on the moisture plume, bringing that tropical moisture out of the south. But the problem is the moisture plume is still overhead. Yes, it's covering less of an area, but it's still here. So we still have the potential for flash flooding. As we move into midnight tonight, very little movement by the upper low and the upper high, and you wonder about drier air coming around the base of the upper high from the Gulf of Mexico, but that's what the computer models are indicating, and it has dropped off as far as shower activity over in Hudspeth County, so maybe there is some truth to that. The drier air continues out to our west. Hasn't made much of a move to the east, though. So we still, even at midnight tonight, have that narrowing but ever-present tropical plume. One of the last gasps of the monsoon of 2013. Now we go into tomorrow, Saturday. Notice the plume is starting to break up some. You still have drier air trying to move in from either direction, but it's probably more a result of the upper low moving in from the west and the upper high keeping its position, and just the intensity of the circulations is dropping off some, so the plume is starting to weaken, and therefore there's still a chance of thunderstorms on Saturday, but more isolated in nature, except over the mountains where it would be scattered. So the rest of the weekend, in fact, looks more typical for early mid-September, the late stages of the monsoon. Now, here's a heads up for Monday. We weren't really seeing this earlier. Well, you might have another moisture surge from the southeast. We'll see. Computer models are not agreeing upon this. Tropical storm Ingrid by that time will be moving onshore northeastern Mexico, pushing a lot of moisture with it, and some of that moisture may make it up into far west Texas and possibly even southern New Mexico. That would be Monday afternoon into Tuesday. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Please stay tuned, though, because we can do without another surge of moisture considering what we've been getting so far. Uncertainties. Well, the westward extent of our moisture plume tonight and the eastern decrease, the extent of both of those, still an uncertainty, and how much residual moisture will be around on Saturday, because you may have more surface heating and therefore a better chance for thunderstorms to develop with locally heavy rainfall rather than this widespread showers with moderate to locally heavy rain that we have been having. And then Ingrid's moisture for early next week, another uncertainty, and to make it even more cloudy, later next week there might be yet another tropical surge of moisture, but hopefully not at this time. Flash flood watch currently in effect for the central portion of our area until midnight. Flood advisories off and on, mainly the central portion at this point. And then we have an aerial flood warning for central Sierra County this afternoon and for the unfortunate happenings that they've been having to deal with. Summary of the expected impacts. It's decreasing with time, mainly today into tonight. Flash flooding, your occasional dam breaches, some bridges washing out, a few evacuations may be needed, road closures, cancellations of events scheduled for tonight or postponed till a later date. Emergency managers monitor our latest statements and warnings and be in our chat room along with our media partners. And there's our Facebook page, our Twitter handle, our YouTube channel, and of course our web page. Thank you again for your time. Hopefully we won't have to do another briefing for another surge coming in Monday afternoon or Tuesday, but we'll be here if we have to.